Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light only, with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings. Okay, please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. I was looking at my book for some reason because there is no note. Okay, so welcome to any new subscribers. I forgot to say that in the last reading. Welcome to any new subscribers. Okay, welcome to my subscribers who are already here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Okay, thanks so much for coming and thanks for coming back. So this is a Pleiadian message. Okay, and they seem to be getting real deep today. We're not necessarily talking about people on the outside of us today. Not too much. Okay, so what obstacles are they overcoming? We're talking about what obstacles you're overcoming with the relationship with yourself. Okay, so we got 3, okay? So we got being cold, okay? It says you seem unapproachable because you are aloof. Try being more friendly. So I think that's what you're doing. You're definitely trying to be more friendly, trying to be more open to what like other people think, and just trying to learn to be more of a team player, even if you're not necessarily a part of the team. We got pent up anger, okay? It says you have unresolved feelings from your past that make you resentful towards others. So I think you're overcoming that, overcoming the need to be like resentful of others, becoming more accepting of just people and who they are and the shit that they do. And then we got indecision, okay, which says you are afraid to make a mistake, so you won't commit either way. And I think that that's kind of coming to an end too. I think you're tired of like always, I don't know, I feel like you're very hard on yourself. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. I was gonna say always trying hard to like make yourself be perfect, or like committing to causes that don't necessarily serve you or serve your future. I think like a time of indecision is coming to an end, and also this energy of lust not love is here. So you could also be growing when it comes to the way that you choose lovers or the way that you operate in a relationship. Okay, it says passion isn't the same as lasting love. Don't get sucked in by just good sex. So I think that you're no longer doing that either. Okay, we got age issues. I think you could be overcoming any issues that you may have with yourself, with your age, with the way that you're growing or maturing. It says you feel too old or too young to date or have issues with your partner's age. So like, I don't know, maybe somebody older might be trying to talk to you, or maybe somebody younger than you could be trying to talk to you. You could be underestimating a younger person who wants to talk to you. Maybe you feel like you're too old for them, or you feel like you're too mature for them, or like people might judge you for dating somebody younger. But fuck what they talking about, okay? How is that their business? I think you're just getting over this energy. Like, love is huge here, okay? Like, it says unlovable and love sucks. Like, I think you're practicing radical self-acceptance and loving yourself with all your flaws, and you're no longer in that place where you don't believe in love anymore. That could be something that you're wanting to attract to yourself, okay? It says let yourself heal so you can be open again. But I also think you're going through a time of healing, which is obviously what we're talking about. But aren't we all going through a time of healing, okay? Like, we all always have something that we need to focus on healing or fixing, from our childhood. We got addiction right here that fell out. Maybe you overcame addiction. It says you are either obsessed with someone or struggling with an addiction. So get help. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you need to do that. That's perfectly fine. But also just know, like, you have the strength to overcome anything that you need to overcome by yourself. Like, you really do. You can do it just a little bit at a time. Like, that's how I overcame my addiction to coke, okay? A little bit at a time. Like, I literally like weaned myself off of it. And then eventually I got to a point where when I would do it again, I just couldn't even stand it. Like, it wasn't even fun anymore. And that's just kind of how you have to do yourself sometimes, and just be very patient with yourself and forgiving, and just understand that it's something really big that you're healing from, that you're removing from your energy, and it's not going to be all peaches and cream and sunshine and lollipops and rainbows and shit, okay? like it'd be hectic, you know, it'd be mood swings and it'd be all kind of shit going on, and you just have to like roll with the punches until you start to feel a lot more better, a lot like yourself, okay? And it's funny because I always laugh because I feel like I didn't really know like what myself felt like for so long, because I was always numbing, always drinking, always smoking, always doing some hard drugs, always popping pills and just wilding. I was wilding for the longest, and it really took me a long time to get to this place where I feel very comfortable within myself. So like, don't rush yourself, okay? So we got Shungite and Hematite. So Shungite is talking about getting real with your truth. This is like what's coming toward you, okay? So I feel like you're making a lot of self-realizations, or you're about to, okay? It says anybody looking, who needs it, anybody looking to get honest with themselves. And it says when to use it, when it's time to reclaim your energy from whatever it's been or whomever it's been with, you know? So make sure that you call back your energy. Call back, you know, it's simple. I call back my energy from all people, places, and situations that no longer serve me, you know, with love and gratitude and blessings. And I send back any energy I may have collected knowingly or unknowingly from other people, you know what I mean? And just like clear out your energy. Like, you have to speak out of your mouth or speak with your mind, and be very specific about what things you need to have cleared in your life so that you can continue to move forward. But you're doing great, okay? So there's some sort of revelation, some sort of big truths that are being revealed to you at this time, or about to be revealed to you very soon, okay? So Hematite says, who needs it? Anyone stagnating or spun out on something, like a new crush or a lifelong existential dilemma. It says when to use it, when you feel stuck, when it's that moon time of the month, when you want to pull energy from the earth below and use it to make big things happen, aligned to your wholeness, okay? I don't know what that was about. Somebody might have a lisp, okay? Because I said like big things, you know? Somebody could have a lisp, okay? But you're about to be more aligned with your wholeness, stepping more into who you are, feeling more comfortable as yourself, and not feeling the need to like numb so much, okay, or to like escape. But also I feel like maybe you're expressing more of the things that you get angry about. Like, there's something you're doing with the way that you express your anger. Maybe you're expressing it in a much more calm way, or maybe that's something you're working on, you know, but you're doing really good with overcoming that. It's not overtaking you anymore. We got the Owl of Avalon, which is talking about healing and returning to wholeness and transformation. And we got bounteous, generously given, relationships coming together, okay? So definitely this energy of new relationships coming in. I think as you overcome more of these different things, like now that you're not being so cold and you're not letting your anger overtake you, and you're not feeling indecisive about like who you want around and who you don't want around, things are going to be a lot more easy when it comes to you making connections with other people. It could be just, you know, like a specific lover coming in. But I felt that love energy before I started this reading. And it almost felt like I was about to do a love reading, okay? We got follow the stream, okay? So continue to go with the flow, you know, continue to show dedication to your path and to your healing journey. A lot of these cards came out in the first one, but this is kind of a small deck, okay? We got the Healing Lagoon. It says rejuvenate and recovery, a time to heal. It's safe to stop, you know? I feel like maybe you've just been going and going and going and going and going, and you feel like the only way to survive is to just keep going and going and going and going and going, right? But it's okay to like take those times where you're pausing, where you're not doing nothing. Like, it's okay to like take a break, okay? Yeah, we got in call. It says healer, seer, priestess, and soul purpose, okay? So you might be getting your soul purpose revealed to you. We got the high priestess right here at the bottom of this deck. I feel like you are maybe a lot more psychic than you think you are. People always talk about, being psychic, like, it's just like this unheard of thing, like it's so ridiculous, and a lot of people don't believe in it. But I believe that a lot of people are psychic to a certain extent, and there's certain things that you can do to amplify that psychic energy that you already hold and carry within yourself. And one of the biggest things that you can do is healing. So as you heal more, I feel like your intuition is improving. I feel like the way you use your discernment is improving also. And you're about to like start tripping yourself out with, how you see something. And then you get that confirmation, you know what I mean? Or something is about to happen, and then that shit happens. Like, those things are not coincidences, okay? Those are just very obvious signs for you to see, like, hello, you're psychic, okay? You're seeing what you're seeing. So also this energy, I think, of you not doubting the gifts that you naturally carry so much, like being more accepting of that part of you also. And we got let it rain, okay? It says allowing what is inevitable, allowing what is inevitability and trust, okay? So I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of inevitable for certain things to happen in your life. It's kind of inevitable. That was a mouthful, okay? It's kind of inevitable for you to go through this healing thing that you've been going through. And I think you've done a great job of just embracing it rather than fighting it. Or maybe you were fighting it a lot before, and now it's like kind of impossible for you to do that. We got water codes, but it's like as you do this healing, you're awakening more like emotion codes within you, right? Because your emotions at the end of the day are more of a warning system, more of something that works with you. Like, people get balled up with like trauma and all of these different things in their life, and then when we get these emotional cues, that emotional cue kind of like runs everything, and we're just thinking crazy deep into some emotional cue that was just a sign of something bigger or something else that we needed to pay attention to. And I feel like you're unlocking those codes to where things aren't that serious, they're not that dramatic, and people might even talk about you, like you're some sort of monster or something, because you don't have all these extra feelings about shit that doesn't require all these extra feelings. But it's just that you're an old soul, you got that ancient wisdom, and this emotional intelligence is growing within you. And it's just like, you would think that would make, like, the emotional intelligence growing within you would make you more emotional about things, but it just doesn't. It has the opposite effect, and it brings this level of clarity that you're not really used to having. And a lot of times when that comes in, you kind of want to doubt it, or you kind of want to go the other way, or you kind of want to be like, I'm just tripping, why am I judging people? But that's not what it is, okay? Like, you just like, okay, what's bounteous, and follow the stream. It says beneath the surface, okay? So I feel like there's so much more beneath the surface of you, It says what's really driving you, true motives, and breaking free. I feel like you could be asking yourself like very big questions, really digging deep within yourself, and kind of asking yourself like, what do I want? What do I expect out of life, And kind of asking the big questions about what needs to change and how you can get there to those things. And that's really great, So much better than focusing on like, the pettiness of life and all of these different things. I feel like you're getting a lot deeper in this relationship that you have with yourself, and it's really beautiful. Yeah, we got metamorphosis. It's pushing you into this metamorphosis, which the avians were kind of covering also. They were talking about embracing the transformation and, things changing for the better. It says things are different now, whether you perceive them to be different or not. They are so much different than they used to be. And you also have to give yourself credit for how far you've came, and how many negative habits and behaviors you had before that you've been able to overcome up until this point, and to just keep going with the thing, and knowing that there's still a little bit more to go when it comes to overcoming certain things, and that it's not bad for you to be like wherever you might be. What's the healing lagoon in call? We got the pearl, okay, which is talking about alchemy, but pearls always give you wisdom too. It says the reward at the end, going from grit to grace. And then we got the waterfall, which is talking about inner power, unbridled confidence, and claiming your place, like you're getting to this place where your confidence, I think, is going to grow a lot. Maybe you might step into a new job or a new career that really brings you a lot of happiness, and you're going to like start claiming your place, claiming your space in this world. But I don't think that it's going to be like, this is my shit and, like all over the top with it. I think your energy really does speak for itself, This is Selkie right here. It flipped over, but I'm not going to put it down. It says coming out of hiding and embracing who you really are. I am going to put it down because it's perfect. So you're coming out of hiding, embracing who you really truly are, and not being afraid of people's judgments or how they're about to see you, Like you're no longer in that place where you're getting mad because somebody said something or because they had a little opinion that you don't agree with about yourself. Everybody, they're just like assholes and belly buttons, Everybody's got one. And you don't always have to internalize somebody else's opinion of you or some stupid ass rumor or none of that shit. Like, none of that really matters. And then we got the water carrier right here at the bottom of the deck, which says what really matters, reflect and reprioritize. So you have reprioritized what's important and what deserves your attention and your time. And that's beautiful. And it makes it a lot easier for you to overcome the anger and all of the bullshit, right? Because you're not constantly being faced with the drama because you put your priorities in a higher place or in a better place. So we got the Owl of Avalon Water Codes and Bounteous. It says the Tower, okay? So you could be going through a tower right now, or you could have recently gone through a tower where everything seemed to crumble, But it's like, I think that this is not the end of the world. I heard the end of the tunnel, so maybe you're coming to the end of the tunnel where, maybe you felt like you've just been kind of walking around in this darkness. I feel like things are about to get a lot more brighter for you, a lot more clarity coming in. We got the Champion of Cups, okay? So that's a love offer, okay? we got the Oracle of Cups. Maybe somebody sees that you're beautiful, compassionate, loving, and maybe you put on a tough exterior, but I think they see you for who you really truly are, and they want to offer you love, With the Ten of Wands, maybe they want to come in and help you with some of these burdens that you could be having, or that you could be feeling. But what else? We got the Five. Nope. Why did I say that? The Five of Wands is what I'm saying, okay? So conflict. Overcoming a lot of conflict. What's on call? The Waterfall. Yeah, we got the Magician. So, I don't know. Your manifestation abilities could be growing at this time because of all this healing that you're doing, because of these water codes you're unlocking within yourself. Big alchemy type of energy. You could be for learning how to transmute or transmuting a lot more. What's the Tower and the Champion of Cups? We got the Fool, okay? So taking a leap of faith after it seemed like everything crumbled and after it seemed like everything was so dark. Sometimes the leap of faith is just continuing to go, continuing to walk, continuing to move, right? And I think that's exactly what it is that you're doing. Yeah, we got the Hanged One and we got the Four of Cups. So it's maybe before you didn't see this situation or this life as a positive thing, and I think you're coming into more of that, starting to see what the world has to offer, what the divine is trying to offer you in this time where you feel like you're just being still. It's I don't know, maybe before you felt like you were being forced into stillness, and now you're kind of just going with the flow and seeing where this stillness is going to take you, and also don't forget that rejection is God's protection, and sometimes things don't work out for good reasons, and we got the Helix with the Eye of God, which says protection, okay? So you're very highly protected by God, baby, okay? Don't be afraid to be very confident in what it is that you have to offer, okay? What's the Ten of Wands and the Magician? We got the Four of Pentacles, okay? All about releasing people, releasing these lizards and these snakes, okay? The Four of Pentacles is about releasing people, places, and situations that don't serve you, but also this is that 44 energy, which gives me that energy of new beginnings, the energy of abundance, and also it makes me think about the Ascended Masters. So a lot of help coming into you from the spiritual realm. We got the Two of Wands. I think you're making very positive choices. We got the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel I don't know, there's something that you're working on, building with the beavers, And then we got the Ace of Swords. and the Champion of Pentacles. So it might seem like things are a long time coming or things are taking a long time to smooth out, but like this is real heavy healing, okay? Real serious like spiritual work that you have going on within yourself. A complete and total healing and replenishment of your environment. What's the Tower, the Champion of Cups, and the Fool? We got consistency, okay? So just try to stay consistent. And you know, it's Sirius. And Sirius is a dog star, which makes me think about underdog energy, right? Like, I feel like maybe you're very underestimated. Maybe a lot of people look at you like you're an underdog, or like, I don't know, you're going to be stuck where you are forever. And I kind of like that place in life, right? Because it shows you like who really has your back and who don't. So like, I feel like you're paying more attention, you're seeing things clearly, and you know that you're meant to like rise to the top. What's Champion of Cups, Oracle of Cups, and the Hanged One? We got motivation with this Aries energy, okay? So like, you could be about to get like this sudden rush of motivation, or maybe you just could have been feeling a lot more motivated lately, motivated to like speak your truth, to express yourself, to shine for just who you are, you know? Yeah, we got the blue snowball, but your patience is like really required. Like, it's like so important. Yeah, we got Ursa Major or Ursa Major, okay, with vows. And look at this panda. Like, it's like he's connected to the Aurora Borealis, right? It's like the Aurora Borealis is coming out of him, you know? But it just gives me this energy of like prayers of your vow to God, of like your devotion to the divine, and just being more. Like, I don't feel like you go around trying to be less, you know, or trying to tear people down and make them feel like they're less. I feel like you're, I was going to say very proud, okay? I feel like you're very proud of who you are. With this pride, like, you is royalty, baby. But I don't think that that's a constant, like, because it's going over consistency and motivation. I don't feel like that's a constant feeling. I feel like the pride that you have in yourself and the way that you walk, like, it comes and goes. Like, it's dependent upon like how successful you feel or how much money you get, you know. And it's just like, it's just, nah, you should always be proud of yourself and who you are and the things that you do. Yeah, we got Helix with the Eye of God, which is talking about protection. So I already covered that, okay? And we got Perseus with Destiny. Like, Perseus has like the most crazy story, right? He goes on all of these different journeys and he's like stuck away from his home, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I think that's Perseus with the very long journey, and he's pulled away from his family, and you know, he's like stuck out at sea for all of these years, and then he finally gets the chance to return home. And I feel like this is where you're at, like coming home to yourself within yourself. What else? What's consistency, pride, and motivation? We got the Four of Swords, okay? So I think if you just stay consistent, stay motivated, stay proud of yourself and who you are and what you have to offer, you can move forward a lot faster. Yeah, with the Six of Wands to this calmer waters. But it's like there's a little bit of doubt here. Like, you doubt yourself in the background, and that's kind of what I was saying. Like, it's either pride or doubt for you. And you have to like integrate the two, you know? Like, get rid of the doubt. I really is what I'm hearing. Like, you don't really need that. Be proud of yourself no matter where you are or what you think you have to offer. Yeah, allow your cup to overflow. Allow yourself to just offer love to people, and just move away when you see that people aren't receptive of that love, or they're not like reciprocating. What's the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords? We got the Knight of Swords, okay? But very fast movement is here, okay? Like, follow your motivations. That's what the Pleiadians really want you to do at this time. Like, that's so important. Whatever inspires you, whatever you're motivated to do, follow that, okay? And it'll lead to, like, a much faster recovery, okay? What's the Six of Swords and the Ace of Cups? We got the High Priestess. I feel like you see things very clearly, like you could be focusing on manifesting certain things at this time, and I think you're at a place where you're finally starting to see these things come in, you know. It's like you figured out yeah, we got the Six of Wands. I feel like also people can see like this beautiful magic energy that you're exuding, you know. And it could be attracting a couple of haters, but just don't worry about that, you know. Just keep doing what it is that you need to do and keep your priorities focused on the right things, and you won't even like keep your priorities aligned with the vow that you made to God, and just don't worry about too much about what everybody else thinks, okay? Because guess who ain't gotta explain shit to nobody? You, okay? Quit trying to explain yourself to everyone. No one has to understand your brand of cuckoo. You gotta own your shit. That's a whole lot different than trying to get everyone to sign off on whatever weirdness you want to create. Get on your get on with your freaky little self. Okay? Jeez. What else? What's the Knight of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Swords? So it says you can learn a lot of good lessons from a few fucked up people, okay? Take a moment and think about a major lesson in your life. Did your heart get broken? Did a friend betray you? Did the heartbreak teach you not to settle? Are you resilient and self-reliant now because you had to be? Think of the fucked up person who taught you that lesson. Send them a little cosmic thank you. Gratitude for the lesson you learned does not excuse what they did. It does help you avoid going back in for the same lesson with a new fucked up person, though. And I feel like that's why you're overcoming the anger, right? Overcoming being cold or being indecisive, because you've learned the lessons from the people that kind of pushed you into that kind of energy, you know? Or learn the lessons from the people that tried to make you stay in that vibration, you know? It says, you're going to cry about it or boss up, okay? Pro tip, do both, you know? So it's like you've been bossing up through all the tears and all the hard times and all the obstacles. Like you're destined to boss up. It says you can do both. The real ballers feel their feelings and do what they know is right at the same time. You still the boss, even if you the crying boss, okay? It says, fuck what they think, okay? It says, put this card in your pocket and use it as your mantra today, all day, and tomorrow too while you're at it. Fuck what they think, fuck what they think, fuck what they think. All together now. Fuck what they think. Let freedom ring. Fuck what they think for the win, okay? And then we got the moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one. Get grateful, get grateful, get grateful. If you're looking for answers, the easiest fix to any problem is to start with gratitude. Look around and name something that's awesome. Do you have a truly amazing cat? Fuck yeah. What's awesome about the cat? Aren't you glad it's alive? Do you hate cats and don't have one? Isn't it amazing that you don't have to live with one of those furry little creeps? Okay, now keep going, okay? So, kind of what the aliens were saying too, like really focus on the positive things that you do have, that you can change at this moment, and don't feel like, you know, you're any less of a boss or any less of a success just because you're not where you want to be or because you cried today. Like, you can fucking cry if you want to, okay? It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, okay? We got holy shit, you are enough, and the world doesn't owe you anything. And I think these are things that you're very aware of at this time. Big, beautiful self-love energy, and just not going around with these expectations that are just going to leave you feeling disappointed and dissatisfied with the people you've chosen to be around, you know? Just letting people be them or do them or whatever and not like reading too much into it emotionally. That's really great. All right, what's the final thought on this? We'll be reading. We got the universal heart, okay? It's the number 43, which is 7. So beautiful, beautiful number. We got the number 22 at the bottom of the deck, which is talking about dolphin play, okay? So get in that dolphin energy, have more fun, feel your freedom, laugh around the world, okay? Laugh it up, baby, because you're doing great work and everything is really, really golden for you at this time. So it says, imagination is your sacred magic tool, which grants one the ability to receive the visions of tomorrow in the now. We, the Pleiadians, place high emphasis on imagination in our worlds, for it ensures that all our future societies continue to grow and evolve, not only spiritually, but technological wise. With that said, we implore that you, the Hues, fully activate and develop your imagination to embed this divine creativity into all fields and spectrum of society. When one breaks down the word imagine, they will hear the words, I am a genie. Excuse me, the genie in your culture is capable of granting many wishes, but unlike your stories of Aladdin, this genie of imagination never runs out. Observe then how the words genie and also genius are connected to the word genes. This is because the genie and genius resides in your genes and is a natural born gift built into your divine blueprint to fulfill your species' mission of co-creation. Foster this gift of imagination and know that by activating its potential, you pull down the visions of tomorrow into now. The imagination card is pulled when your Pleiadian guides are seeking for you to release an artistic endeavor or project to the world. If you have a business idea, art idea, or some creative project that is near to your soul, this indicates a fruitful time of creativity and expression. Dedicate time to this project, even if a small action, and watch the momentum carry you very far. So the additional meanings are visionary, no boundaries, creativity, artists, projects, entrepreneurship, new ideas, beyond the box, free mind, and free thinking. There's also an exercise, I'm going to read it to you. But the universal heart says, expand your heart, expand your love, and receive the love of all of universal creation. But the exercise says to sit down, relax, and allow yourself to go on an imagination vision quest. Drop the barriers of what you think you should do and simply allow your vision in its full freedom to take you on a journey to wherever it seeks to go with no judgment. Write down any observations through your quest and see how they can be applied into your daily life to ground this imagination into full reality. Yeah, your imagination is such a strong thing, and the more you do guided meditations and things like that, the more you work on your imagination and you strengthen it, and your visions become a lot more clear. Okay. So, with that, I'm done. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you need out of this, and I will see you later, my love. Bye.